Good morning, boys and girls. So today's math lesson is on page 307. It's lesson 10.4, and it's kind of a tricky one. So I'm going to give you 2 days to work through this lesson. It's intended to be a 2-day lesson, which is why it's a bit longer. You'll find that there are 6 pages. So I'm going to walk you through the first couple of pages, and then tomorrow I will upload a video that isn't through Screencastify that'll give you a couple other strategies. So if you don't finish all 6 pages, that's fine. You have today and tomorrow. We won't do lesson 10.5 until Friday. So take your time on this one. Today's I can statement is, I can show a 2-digit number as tens and ones in different ways. So far, we've just shown 2-digit numbers as the number of tens and ones. And I'm going to show you today that you can actually change that. So today, if we were at school, I would be giving you a basket of cubes, and you'd be working with a partner or in a group of 3. And you would have a bag of cubes that had between 50 and 99 cubes in it. And I would ask you to line those cubes up and make them into groups of 10, and then the extra ones off to the side. So if you want to pause the video for a minute and grab a bowl of Cheerios or some chocolate chips or goldfish or Legos, something that you've been using to help you with your math, you could do that. I'm going to pretend right now that I have 68 Cheerios. And if I were to put those in rows, I would have 6 rows of 10 for 60, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then I would have 8 cubes left over. Trying to click my mouse a little bit more softly. It's tricky to make the lines. I have to hold it down. So sorry for that noise. I noticed when I was listening back, it's kind of loud sometimes. So let's check our thinking. I have 68 Cheerios. That would be, ready, count with me, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, stop, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. So 6 tens, those lines, remember, represent a row of 10, and 8 ones is equal to or is the same as 68. So I have 68 Cheerios. So down here, we're going to pretend we have those wonderful Linger cubes we have at home. We're going to pretend that you have 68 of them in front of you right now. So now is where we get into the slightly tricky part. So there are there's several different ways that you can represent some numbers using tens and ones. So Carl and Tiana each use 30 beads to make necklaces. So picture that. Remember, when we were working on math, we always try to get a picture in our mind of what's happening. Can you picture Carl and his friend Tiana, and they're sitting at a table and they have beads in front of them. They have 30 beads to make necklaces. They can use single beads. They could just have a pile of 30 single beads, or they could also use packs of 10 beads each. So how can Carl and Tiana each use 30 beads? How can you show the number 30 in different ways? So remember, I said they could really just use 30 single beads. That would be like using 30 ones. That would take me a long time to draw on here, so I'm not going to do that. So think of some other ways to do that. The easiest way to show 30 would be to grab 3 of the bags that have 10 in them, right? So 10, 20, 30. And if you did that, you wouldn't have any ones left over because 3 tens is exactly 30. So 3 tens and 0 ones is one way to make 30. However, you could open up this bag of 10 and dump it out and have it be ones. So if you did that, you would still have those first 2 tens, but you would have 10 ones. Now let's double check here in a second and see if that really is still equal to 30 beads. Count it with me. Ready, boys and girls? 10, 20, stop. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's 30 also. So try that with your green cubes or your yellow cubes at home and see if you can create that. So now I have 2 10s and 10 ones, and they're actually equal to the same number. They're both equal to 30. How are your ways the same and how are your ways different? So you can talk with somebody at your house about how they're the same and how they're different. And we're going to move on. And this problem is very, very similar. Shirley and Tommy each use 26 beads to make bracelets. They can use single beads, or packs of 10, just like the previous problem. How can Shirley and Tommy each use 26 beads? So normally when we make 26, we think of it as being 2 10s and 6 ones. So let's do that one first. 10, 20, stop, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So 2 10s and 6 ones is 26. Another way to do it, you could just have 26 single beads, right? Then that would be 0 10s and 26 ones. I don't want to take the time to do that, but I am going to trade. I'm going to keep one of my 10s, but I'm going to trade this 10 in for 10 ones. And then I still have my 6 ones that I started out with. So now, you know your quick 10s. If this is 10 ones and this is 6 ones, 10 plus 6 we know is 16 ones. 16 ones, and now only 1 10. And that is also equal to 26. Why is there more than one way to show a 2-digit number as 10s and ones? Write one sentence there. Talk with somebody at home why you think that would work. Why can you make it 2 or 3 or 4, or sometimes even more than that, different ways? Let's do one more page together for today. Step it out. So this is the page. Step it out is always the page that really breaks it down carefully. Here is one way to show 54, and this is the way we usually think of. We've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, stop, 51, 52, 53, 54. So we have 5 10s and 4 ones, and that's normally the way we think of making 54. But if we trade this 10 in for these 10 ones right here, notice we still have our 4 over here to the side. Now we have 4 10s, count them to make sure I'm right, and 10 plus the original 4 and 14 ones. And that still equals 54. And we're going to count and double check some of these in just a second. If we trade another 10 in, so this time we're trading this 10 in, now we only have 3 10s and we have 24 ones. So we just came up with 3 different ways to make the number 54. Let's check and make sure they're right. Let's count this one together. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, stop. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. And you can count that one on your own to make sure that that's correct. We're going to do the same thing down here with beads for Abby. Abby has 86 beads. Drop quick pictures to show the number 86 in 2 different ways. So I always do, the easiest way would be to do a quick 80, right? 8 10s. to do your 6 ones. And then if we trade one of those 10s in, then we would only have 7 10s. And we'd have the 10 ones that we traded that 8th 10 for. And we would have our original 6 ones. So 7 10s and 16 ones is the same as 8 10s and 6 ones. Count these down here at the bottom, and I have a tip for you. I'm not going to do the rest of this page with you, but if you count these and then write how many there are, count these and write how many they are, count these and write how many there are, you'll find that 2 of them are equal to the same amount. Oop, I may have just given it away. Circle the picture that shows the same number. All right, I'm going to stop there for today. And tomorrow I am not going to go to the book. I'm going to give you some hands-on materials to use. I'm going to show you some ways with cubes, and then I will have you do these on your own pages, actually on your own tomorrow. So you'll be doing 1, 2, just those 2 pages on your own tomorrow. All right, thanks. Bye.